Hi. This video is about innocence. I meditated on that word, innocence, honestly, because I miss it. I miss seeing it in the world. There's a lot that is showing itself, presenting itself, and innocence seems to be one of the things in deficiency. Obviously, babies, infants, kittens and puppies, and animals, all of the animals. Those are things that evoke innocence. But here's the thing, what comes to mind if you think about that word? Perhaps virginity, maybe a white dress, maybe a fair amount of naievte. The reason I'm bringing it up is because my understanding of it expanded, and I would like to share that with others. Innocence is defined as someone who has been kept free of injury. So in this sense, innocence isn't necessarily a moral matter. It isn't about necessarily one's choices or behavior or the way they dress or the way they carry themselves or how promiscuous they are or not. That it actually has to do with whether or not you have experienced harm and injury. And the interesting thing about that is because at least my understanding of it was always that it would be a reflection of how a person chooses to conduct themselves. But it actually is something far more vulnerable than that. It almost even has to do with luck and fortune as to whether or not you were a victim of a crime, whether or not you have experienced abuse or abandonment or poverty. These are things that are injuries, whether you've experienced poor health, poor physical health, mental health. These are injuries. This is harm. And there is a state of being before one experiences great injury and harm, and there's a difference of being after injury and harm has been experienced. So after one has received an injury or a harm, that's when wounded behavior shows up. It's hurting people that hurt other people. So when you have a world that has been injured, harmed, traumatized in some way, that has lost its innocence and acts from woundedness, what happens? I wanted to bring this to light. Something really subtle, but my hope is that by teasing it out, that I tried to, that you would be more compassionate with yourself, that you would be more patient and kind and gentle with yourself first, so that can be reflected in your treatment of others. But if you don't give that tenderness to yourself, it's not going to come for others. This is one of the ways to regain, restore our innocence, to be resilient after injury, harm, and trauma, is to acknowledge the fact that that is so. These awakenings are rude. These awakenings are painful and disorienting and hard. To wake up to the fact that, you name it, X, Y, and Z was not at all what you were led to believe. The betrayal that humanity has undergone and is undergoing, where it's going to take time for us to even get vocabulary for the grief and the fallout that comes